Don't fall in love, make serious promises, or invest emotionally within the first 3 days of meeting someone, no matter how amazing they seem.
We need to talk about this. Do us guys in Pattaya really need a 3-day rule where if you stay with the same woman for more than 3 consecutive days, you're gonna fall in love and she's gonna break your heart and your bank account and you're gonna go home crazy?
The line between a transactional relationship and a personal one can blur. You might start treating her like a girlfriend rather than a professional.
She's gonna break your heart and your bank account and you're gonna go home crazy?
Pattaya can feel like paradise, but it can flip on you fast. Look, Pattaya is wild, fun, and unforgettable, but if you don't know the rules, it can cost you. Stick around to the end because I'm going to reveal the biggest mistake tourists make and how the 3-day rule can save your wallet and your sanity. When I got to Pattaya, some of the old timers were laughing and saying, "Man, do not break the 3-day rule." Of course, I had to ask, what is this 3-day rule? It's not just some arbitrary guideline. It's a proven way to keep your emotions, wallet, and expectations in check. The idea is simple. Spend no more than 3 consecutive days with the same working girl. Why? Because in a place like Pattaya, it's incredibly easy to develop a connection that might feel genuine, but is rooted in the professional nature of the relationship. These women are professionals, skilled at creating an atmosphere of care, attention, and even affection. Many men, especially those coming from challenging personal situations, perhaps a rocky marriage or a divorce, or some crappy relationship, are particularly vulnerable to this. This attention you receive can feel like a breath of fresh air, making it easy to mistake professional warmth for personal interest. But here's the reality. For them, it's a job. They're here to earn money, often to support their families back home. That doesn't make their kindness any less genuine in the moment, but it's essential to understand the boundaries. Spending too much time with the same person can blur these lines and can lead to emotional entanglements that are hard to untangle. The 3-day rule acts as a safeguard against this. It allows you to enjoy your time without over-investing emotionally. After 3 days, it's best to part ways nicely, giving both of you the space to move on. This also prevents situations where you might start to believe that the relationship is something it's not. Some men even go so far as to send money back to these women after returning home, thinking they're building a life together. Unfortunately, in most cases, this isn't true, and you may discover that you're not the only one supporting her financially. So, here's my suggestion. Stick to the 3-day rule. Enjoy the connection for what it is, an escape, an adventure, but always keep your perspective. Remember, you came to Pattaya for a fun and carefree experience. Don't let the emotional attachments complicate things. By following this simple rule, you'll ensure a smoother, more enjoyable time while protecting yourself from unnecessary heartbreak or misunderstandings. Hey, do me a favor, drop a comment if you've been to Pattaya. What's your craziest 3-day story? For me, the 3-day rule is companionship without complication. This isn't about shutting down your emotions or avoiding connection altogether. Instead, it's about enjoying companionship in a way that protects both your heart and your wallet while keeping things light and carefree. For many men visiting Pattaya, the goal isn't necessarily to avoid relationships, but to escape the burdens and disappointments of their past ones. You're coming from some crappy, terrible relationship, or maybe you've never had a good relationship. But you're not here to fall in love. You're here to feel appreciated, enjoy someone's company, and maybe even dream a little about love without the pressure of taking it too seriously. Here's how it goes. Don't fall in love, make serious promises, or invest emotionally within the first 3 days of meeting someone, no matter how amazing they seem. Why? Day one, everything feels magical. You meet someone and it's like sparks are flying. Day two, you're spending every moment together and it feels like fate. Day three, you're thinking about moving in, buying gifts, or planning a long term future. By day four or five, reality kicks in. You might start noticing red flags or differences. Spending 3 days with the same companion allows you to savor the connection without overstepping into emotional territory that could complicate things. The girls you meet in Pattaya are often warm, attentive, and genuinely good at making you feel cared for. It's easy to get swept up in the fantasy of what feels like love. But remember, for them, this is a job, and they're professionals at creating that perfect moment. If you're someone who loves the idea of companionship, but doesn't want the strings that come with it, this approach works perfectly. It can help you stay grounded, ensuring that you don't mistake professional kindness for deeper feelings. You can enjoy the time you have together while maintaining your independence and focus on the adventure you came for. So, my advice is this: embrace the dream, but keep it a dream. Appreciate the moments you share, but don't let them pull you into something heavier than you intended. The 3 day rule isn't about shutting off your emotions. It's about staying in control and making the most of your time in Pattaya while leaving the door open for new experiences. This place can change your life or empty your wallet overnight. Let's make sure it's the first one. After the third day, things can start to shift in ways that might complicate the experience. Here's what tends to happen: emotional attachments form. Spending extended time with the same woman often creates a deeper sense of connection, whether real or imagined. You might start to believe there's something more than a professional arrangement, especially if she continues to be attentive, affectionate, and engaging. Blurring boundaries. The line between a transactional relationship and a personal one can blur. You might start treating her like a girlfriend rather than a professional. This can lead to unrealistic expectations on both sides. Higher costs or requests. Over time, she may feel comfortable asking for financial help beyond the agreed arrangement, like the assistance with family expenses or personal needs. While these requests might be genuine, they can also be a strategic way to secure more financial support from you. Decreased excitement. The initial spark and novelty often fade after a few days. What was fun and exciting might start feeling routine or even transactional in a way that's harder to ignore. Jealousy and control issues. If you're spending all your time together, she might become possessive or territorial, especially if you're interacting with other women. Similarly, you might find yourself feeling jealous or protective, which complicates the dynamic. Look, many men in Pattaya are at a vulnerable point in their lives, recovering from heartbreak, loneliness, or just seeking a sense of connection. Staying too long with the same companion can deepen those vulnerabilities and lead to disappointment if she doesn't feel the same way. And now she's got pressure to maintain the illusion. To keep you happy, she might ramp up the affection or charm, but this often becomes unsustainable. When the illusion starts to crack, it can leave you feeling disillusioned or even betrayed. In summary, after 3 days, a relationship often shifts from light and carefree to something more emotionally complex and financially demanding. This is why the 3 day rule exists. It helps keep things fun, respectful, and uncomplicated, allowing both parties to move on without drama or disappointment. And yes, the 3 day rule is essential. The longer you stay with the same woman, the more likely you are to fool yourself into believing there's something real. But it's a business, not a love story. Stick around too long and you'll pay more, feel more, and end up hurt more. It's not personal, it's just how things work. Hey guys, thanks for watching and do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Poor man's passport guide out.